Next inductee, Dr. Ted Sun, promises a surprise later this evening. If not by the end of this introduction, you will see he is quick on his feet. In his spare time, he likes to ballroom dance, play tennis, badminton, volleyball, and reverse age. And it is no surprise that Dr. Sun is always in pursuit of more energy. He is a busy man as a self-titled dream maker. Dr. Sun is the president and founder of Executive Balance. It's a Columbus-based firm. He teaches leadership skills and corporate wellness and has made a name for himself worldwide. He is a sought-after speaker and has traveled extensively, inspiring people to be their best. He earned his Doctor of Management from the University of Phoenix in 2004, and Ted anticipates his PhD later this year from Capella University. Dr. Sun is the Vice Chancellor of Academics for SMC University in Zurich. He is also an adjunct faculty member at several colleges and universities based in the United States, Asia, and Europe. He is a published author, and he has appeared on national television news programs on several occasions to offer analysis of presidential election results. After graduating from Dublin High in 1990, Ted studied at The Ohio State University and earned both a bachelor's and master's. In high school, Ted was a member of Coach Kevin Foley's track team. An inspirational leader, perhaps, Coach Foley stood in this very spot last year as a new member of the Alumni Association's Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you Dr. Ted Sun.
Wow, it's kind of breathtaking listening to everybody's stories. As Gail said, what's in a name, right? Do you guys know that a name is like the cheapest drug you can get? It gives you a little energy pulse in your brain that says, this is good. Whenever you hear a name, that's why you turn your head all the time, right? But when I look back to my past, what's in the name? My name, Ted, was not given to me when I was at birth. I was born in China. So one of the first people I have to thank is my grandmother and my grandfather who brought me here from China when I was the age of 10. And they had a lot of hard work. When Nixon first went over to China, did all the politics and got everything settled down, got me over here. And then it was my parents over there that I have to thank who had the incredible courage to take me from New York City, where I spent 3 years learning how to fight, learning how to be tough, and then down to Dublin, Ohio, where you have like just complete different environment, right? You see complete different fields back in the 80s and 90s from New York City. So the second people I have to thank is my wonderful parents who had the incredible courage just to lift up, go from China, a communist country, to here, to New York City, and then Dublin, Ohio. And then also I'd like to thank some of my best friends over there, Stephanie and her mom, Cheryl, who's been a guide for me for all this time. And even more importantly, the Dublin City Schools, with people like track coach Kevin Foley. Where are you, Kevin, by the way? Kevin Foley over there. I was just told that I completely forgot that when I went to Dublin, for the first 3.5 years, it was fine. Then my parents moved to Worthington. And I completely rebelled, and I moved out of my parents' house. I just turned 18. I moved out of my parents' house and lived with the school janitor, or middle school janitor, so that I can continue to finish my education in Dublin. And one of the most inspiring people that I didn't get a chance to really honor is Mrs. Angela Wareeye over there. Mama Wareeye, if you can stand up for a second, Angela. So Angela Wareeye, everyone. And the wonderful lessons that she's taught me has carried me through so many different places. And I still use words whenever I teach students all over the world. I still tell people, don't show me, don't tell me, show me in their writing. And one of the activities that she did, she had people write down directions for how do you put on lipstick, how do you put on a coat. And I use that in my executive development as a knowledge transfer, a knowledge management exercise, and get executives to see how they can write down directions for people to understand it. And there's so many little things that I've taken back from my education from Dublin right here. And it's because of wonderful teachers and wonderful people here. So thank you very much for the award. I'm honored. Thank you.
Our Our next honoree this evening is the youngest person to be inducted into the Alumni Association's Hall of Fame. He is not able to join us tonight, so his parents will accept the honor on his behalf. And as a mother, I can tell you, I'd be quite